Let's talk about ChatGPT because everybody's talking about it right now. It's all over the internet. It's just, there's bloggers running in fear and affiliate marketers screaming in terror because whichever way this goes, and nobody knows for sure where it'll go, it's definitely the ChatGPT, the AI, bot is really shaking things up. But I just want to kind of share a few thoughts with you about my thoughts about the ChatGPT and how it can help you, if it can help you create content. Because, we've talked about it quite a lot in the weekly live hangouts. People have been asking us questions. Can you use it, because you can basically type in there, write me a 1,200 word blog post entitled, what are the best dog toys? And it'll write it in a few seconds. It all comes up. So first thing is, what you don't want to do is copy and paste that onto your website. That is a bad idea. Google's getting really good at kind of recognizing AI content, and that is something that it's doing right now. It's they're developing that. So you don't want to do that for a few reasons, really. Content generated by AI bots, even like Jasper or ChatGPT, it's not always factually accurate. So you should always need to check the facts. And another thing is that it's pulling. What you've got to remember is it's pulling content from the web, right? It's pulling content, so it's not original content. It might rephrase it a little bit, but it's not original content. So you just need to be aware of that. Here's how I see ChatGPT. I think it's a really useful tool that we can use that can help us. It's a content creation tool. If we use it in the right way, it can definitely help us. But I see it as like a road with a ditch on either side, right? Go too far this way, just copy and paste everything from ChatGPT, stick it on your site and expect Google rankings. It's not going to work, right? That's too far that way. On the other side, I think to completely disregard the whole AI bot completely, I think that's a mistake too. So, I've been playing with it. I've been playing around with the ChatGPT for, I'd say, a month, 5-6 weeks now. And it is really helpful for when you're writing certain types of content. So I'll just give you an example. A couple of weeks ago, I published a blog post on the Commission Academy blogs, something like 1,500 photography blog name ideas. So I typed into Google, generate some photography blog name ideas, and it came up with a full list. A lot of them were terrible. Most of them were terrible, but I used some of them, good for inspiration. I went through and I changed some of them, or maybe I read it and it kind of inspired me to write others. So, there is a time and a place, I think, for it. Another example where it might be useful is when you're kind of wanting to go through a process of, I don't know, how to, connect your website with Google Analytics. Instead of kind of clicking on and trying to figure out the process, you can ask ChatGPT and it'll give you the step 1, step 2, step 3, but you might want to double check it anyway, but it can be useful for certain things. Another thing it's really good for, you want to try this, is, let's say, for example, we're doing an article on what is affiliate marketing, right? Commission Academy is all about teaching affiliate marketing. You can put it in a way where you can say, explain affiliate marketing in a way that a 7-year-old would understand, or explain affiliate marketing in a way that a 12-year-old would understand. And that way you're kind of getting something a bit more unique, and it kind of, gives you a new approach, a new perspective, right? A fresh angle. But what I would always do, even if I'm just using it for a paragraph here or maybe an intro there, I would always go through and rewrite. So I'm only ever using the ChatGPT content as a sounding board, as something to bounce off, right? By the time I've finished editing the content that I got from ChatGPT, it's completely different. It's unrecognizable. I've made it my own. It's got my own voice. I've added my own humor in it. So yeah, just some pros and cons of using ChatGPT. I think you have to be very, very, very careful. I remember it was about 2006, 2007. Content spinners were all the rage, and everybody was saying, "Oh, you can copy and paste content; it'll rewrite it for you, and it won't be marked as duplicate content." And then Google eventually caught up with that. And I see, in a way, if you use ChatGPT as a content writer, which is not really designed to be, then you're going to fall foul of the next Google update, because it's definitely coming. And you won't get, it won't rank, the content won't rank, it's not unique. It's just very general. It sounds like Wikipedia article. It's not, you know, there's no personality. You're not connecting or building trust with the audience. You're not really going to promote many, you know, you're not going to generate many sales that way. So just be very, very careful with it. As I said, there is a time and a place when it's helpful, and I use it on a daily basis. So have a play about with it. It's an amazing piece of software. And I heard that they just released a paid version for $20 a month as well. But you can still use the free version. So play about with it, but please be careful. Whatever you do, do not go copying and pasting massive chunks of content onto your website. It's just not going to do you any favors whatsoever. But use it as a tool. You know, if you're writing a post and I don't know the best way to learn English as a second language, and you've got 9 points, but you're struggling with a 10th point, then just say, you know, what are some helpful tips for someone looking to learn English as a second language? And you might go, oh, okay, that's a good idea, and that you can use that as your 10th point. So yeah, use it like that, and you know, using it as a tool to kind of bolster your content creation rather than it becoming, you know, a content creation tool, which is never designed to be. So that's just my 2 cents worth. I hope that's helpful. What do you think about the ChatGPT? Let us know in the comments. Have you used it? How do you use it? And what's the best way that us as content creators, as affiliate marketers, how can we use it in the best way to help maximize sales, conversions, traffic, and all that other good stuff? Let us know down in the comments.